Holy, I'm back. I'm about to drop some science, metaphysics, and spirituality. Those three. And this video will shut the atheists up. Because they first go with science type of thing, right? But notice how metaphysics is also a form of science. And I'm about to show you like the scientific side of spirituality. You ready? But before we go on, let me talk about the obsidian chakra for a second so I can give you clarity on how much you're lost. The blockage of the obsidian chakra is consistence. And when you fix consistence, it's grace. So consistence is like is in time. Yeah, in order to be consistent, you have to have a time mentality, right? But the obsidian chakra deals with no time. So grace is no time. It's when you're not in a time mentality, you're not in the hustling. You just have grace. So, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, that's the metaphysical side of it. Or the scientific side of, like, grace and consistency. So, you know how everybody's emotions, right? Within, everybody's always rushing, like, to do something, right? That's consistence. Like, they're in a time mentality, so they're rushing. Or like, if you tell them some information that scares them, then they'll panic, and then they'll start rushing for it. But that's them doing it with consistency, not grace. Because you have to tell somebody in order for them to move. You see? But they weren't really graceful about it. So, like, this clarity that I just showed you will then shows you that you're missing out on all the new science that came out. Because this whole year, it's 2000 from 2014, right? Notice how from 2014 to 2013 or 2012, it's been fast, right? The years went fast, right? But it's more faster when you're not rushing. You're in a time mentality, you see? But if you were going through those years with grace, time went by, right? But notice how the knowledge that they've been so-called discovering, right? Been on each year, they kept figuring something out very quick. You see how the knowledge keeps moving on? But people aren't aware of that. They were still on the knowledge on around 2000. Or the 19,000s. They still have old science books. Like old science textbooks. And you see what I'm talking about? But time went by already. Scientists already exposed their old facts type of thing. And now they're moving on. But you guys are still left back. You're lost. You're still holding on to that old science that they already said it's not true anymore. You see? Because you were still with consistency type of thing. So you didn't notice. Because time seemed so long for you. But it really went very quick with their knowledge. They kept moving on. Holy. So, quantum scientists said that emotions control DNA and physical reality. See, you still left back? You don't know that yet? Holy. And metaphysics says that there's other dimensions type of thing, that this is a multiverse type of thing. Back then, they said it was universe. Now, things changed throughout the year already. And it's 2014 now. They said that this is a multiverse, not a universe. While quantum scientists said that emotions control DNA and physical reality. So, if there's other dimensions, while there's spiritual people walking around talking about all these entities, these demons, these angelic beings, these gods, these aliens, don't you think that this is relevant to like metaphysics and science, like what's happening now, like all the new stuff that they figured out? Wow, how there's no time in the middle of the black hole? No? You don't think that that's the spiritual world? Oh! And if we get scientific, if I repeat how emotions control DNA and physical reality, right? Doesn't that mean spirituality can jump in? Spirit means breath, right? And respiratory system came from the word respiratory. So it's the respiratory system. While spirit means breath, right? The breathing system. So you're respirating your spirituality, right? And spire, S-P-I-R, is for spiraling type of thing. So they're respirating something that's spiraling type of thing. While emotions control DNA, and DNA spirals and your Kundalini serpent type of thing. No? You don't see that the breathing, this is metaphysics. There's a metaphysical side of your breathing type of thing. Holy. That's why when you meditate, then something is getting downloaded type of thing. Like the emotional side of life is downloading something in your DNA and downloading the physical type of thing. That's why when you meditate and go into a deep state, then when you open your eyes, then you get more clarity or something. You see how like it like cleans out your old disc type of thing? That's spirituality type of thing. You don't see? The spiritual world is the emotional world type of thing. Like, that's proof that spirituality is real because our emotions are real. Oh, holy. Re-spirit your spirituality. No? And your mind is the interface type of thing. That's the fourth dimensional side type of thing. Metaphysics already said that we have other dimensions type of thing. While these beings, like us, we have a mind. You don't think that's the fourth dimension? And then the reservoir is what's in front of you. Watch. Check this clarity out. Look how it's within and without. This right here is a physical existence, my physical body, that's separated from another physical existence. But also my mind is in my existence and off of out there. And also my emotions too, right? In here, while it's emotions out there. So this is physical, and the grass is physical like that. And then my mind is my own thing, while the mind of the universe is like that type of thing. And then the emotions controlling DNA, right? My emotions is mystical, while there's emotions out there type of thing, controlling the DNA in the physical reality. You don't see it? So, and if we get metaphysical again, and scientific, modern type of thing, then you realize that the Big Bang Theory is very old. Like, the Big Bang Theory is no longer like a thing anymore. It's just old knowledge kept. And then there's some scientists still keeping it, type of thing, because they like it. The knowledge has been over, type of thing. Now we know that emotions control DNA and physical reality, right? And look at the word creator. Isn't a creator is something that's creating? So like, I can create a baby, type of thing. So I'm a creator. But there's obviously a universal creator, no? Or a multiversal creator. Because there's something creating this type of thing. So now you can't get mad at the religious people. Or get like all like egotistic and try to debate with the religious people. Even if they're wrong. Like with that religion, with the Bible and stuff. But they believe in a creator, right? You can't bash that anymore. Now we know that emotions control DNA, type of thing. But my emotions, right, has language, type of thing. And I can feel any way I want. You don't see, that's like creator. It can feel the universe is alive like us, type of thing. And then like, you can't bash magic now, type of thing. And you can't bash wands and gemstones and crystal points anymore. Because they say that crystal points have no energy in it, right? But scientists know that the whole universe is made out of energy. So, how come they say that crystal points don't have energy if they're saying that grass has energy? Or like, concrete has energy? Or, we're made out of energy. We're made out of atoms and everything. Or like, metal has energy. Or gold has energy. You know, like, they're saying that everything else has energy, but then when the spiritual people pick it up, like a crystal point, and they say, oh, that doesn't have energy because the spiritual people are marketing it. You can't just say that crystal points don't have energy, type of thing. Like, they have it too. It's not its own, like, existence, like, out of this, like, reality. Like, you can't do that. Like, if you're gonna say everything else has energy, then this has to have energy too. Holy. And titanium, like, has energy coming out too, right? And when you break the light bulb, mercury vapor comes out, right? And they even say the sun has like UV light, but that's not true, type of thing, the UV light thing. But our artificial lights have UV lights instead. But if you believe the sun has UV lights and it can have energy, like, without you touching it physically, like if the ray can hit you, then how come there can't be a ray coming out of this crystal, type of thing? Like, it can't have like energy shooting out either. Why does it have to be just the physical, like that? Like, if you're saying other stuff can do it. Holy, you don't see that this is all energy? And then they say, then if this has energy, then how come when I put it in my forehead, I don't have an experience? Like, nothing's happening. But you don't see that all these, all this stuff, all this is not an experience, type of thing? Who said that gemstones are chemicals and stuff? Like, that's marijuana. That's psychedelics. Like, that's eating magical shrooms or smoking marijuana or smoking DMT. Like the DMT that our pineal gland already produces. Like, that's experience. Like when you're producing like chemicals and stuff. And then like, then you get downloads from it. and then you get an experience. But who said that wands are experiences? That's so stupid. That what this does is give you energy so you can get a download. It's not the experience itself. Don't you want to get scientific and metaphysical? Holy. Like, you don't see, like, this is physical right here. This amethyst that has energy in it. But energy, like, makes your, like, within you, like, download. While emotions have control over DNA, like I said. Oh. Holy. This is why that ghosts are real now. Like all these people that are seeing ghosts, that's them ghost on a higher dimension. You don't see? They're on a higher dimension, like a higher frequency than you. Like there's 13 dimensions in between each reality. There's infinity realities. But scientists can measure infinity. Holy. So if scientists can measure infinity, right? Then that means it could be a lot of infinities, right? So that's what makes the dimensions. Because there's infinite 13 dimensions. And it keeps evolving, type of thing. And you're so left behind that you don't even know now that the sun gets hotter, actually, every year. They say it got colder before. Now we know that it gets hotter, type of thing. Holy, that's why there was an ice age back then. Because the sun was colder before. Now it's hotter, so everything melted, type of thing. But we're still in the ice age, while the evolution of the sun's gonna keep getting hotter, type of thing. You see how everything was a lie before? Like, we're already figuring new knowledge out, so-called knowledge. And years are gonna keep going by, and then you're gonna figure out that everything that you learned was a lie, type of thing. Holy. So, next time when you meditate, right? Realize that you're multidimensional, type of thing. And light, all this light that religion was talking about, with that sacred side of darkness and sacred side of like bright light thing, right? You can't batch that anymore. Because the religious people got confused, type of thing. They got confused with the science. You see? Like, on a higher dimension, we got the lights, obsidian light, and bright light too, and different light spectrums that were sacred, right? But these religious people down here thought it was religious. But it was really like scientific the whole time. Or metaphysical type of thing. Like all these gods they witnessed, and all these aliens they witnessed was never religious. It was scientific and metaphysical on a higher dimension. Oh, so all these gods that everybody witnessed on the planet were just beings coming from higher dimensions type of thing within this nature. Oh, and magic was not religious either type of thing. It was actually scientific and metaphysical type of thing. It was just that scientists didn't discover it yet. Now they're catching up to the occult type of thing. And they're catching up to black magic and white magic. And they're realizing that everything that people were having arguments about was real type of thing. Now, like, in the future, we're going to have something that it's going to be harder to believe, and then it's going to do a cycle. Like, all this stuff, like, that's easy to believe, it's going to be part of our nature now, right? Like, in our bank, our knowledge bank. Then, when we hit the future, there's going to be other rumors and myths and stuff, and then they're going to do the same thing with those myths. You see what I'm saying? Like, they might say something like, "Oh, there's something better than a creator, or something better than creation." It's not really gonna be like that, but that's what, if it happened, if that happened, right? With the, there's something better than the creation or creator, then people are gonna be like, no, no, no. It's only the emotions, it's only the magic, it's only the black magic and the white magic, and it's only the gemstones, it's only the aliens and gods. That's it. It's only the science, and that's it. But then, like, if you go into, like, to the future, right? Then they might figure that out. And then it's gonna start over, and then it's gonna be like, no, it's just the thing that's better than the creator and the creation and the magic. It's gonna keep going. Like, you don't see, like, what's going on? Like, all this sacred stuff is like just hidden knowledge that they were keeping from you the whole time, type of thing. So now you know that spirits are real. Now you know that the emotional side of life is real, and the creator is real. Like, all this, like, things that the religious people almost got on point was real. This is all science and metaphysics type of thing. And you can't bash this video either, cause I gave you common sense on these gemstones. Like how the universe works with the energy and stuff. Holy. And before I shut this video off, right? Let me talk about negative energy and positive energy for a second. People get confused with the grammar matrix, right? Because they get confused with bad and negative. And they get confused with the grief and all that. Like, they mix all the words up together. But the word bad is just a word that tells you that something's devolving within this science, this metaphysical world type of thing. So it's not just that negative is one thing. It's not a certain image. So you can take away the word negative, and you can replace that with grief, or replace it with shame, or guilt, or fear, or lies, or despair, or foolishness, or illusions. You see, like attachments, judgment, consistence, science, the stereotypical science, that Western science thing, and separation. You see that's all like negative, but it's not that that's negative, it's that negative is that. It's the other way around. It's not that grief, shame, and all that is negative. It's negative is that. You don't see? It's the other way around, but people get confused with the grammar matrix type of thing. Like, lightning does the flashing, and fire does the burning, right? The burning is the fire, and the flashing is the lightning. Same thing with negative. You see that, right? Or if you're in a bad mood, right? That's not negative. It's the mood that it's the other way around. It's not your bad mood's negative. The negative is the bad mood. Oh. And then metaphysically and scientifically about positive energy, it's self-worth, pleasure, power, love, truth, what's the other one? Faith, common sense, clarity, understanding, perception, and what's the other one? Grace, and paranormal, and 13 singularity. That's all positive type of thing. It's not that that's positive, it's positive as that. Because both the words negative and positive are just words. They're naming the existence, like they're trying to organize it type of thing. Holy. So jealousy, like all this is devolving. That's what devil is. This in this metaphysical world type of thing. Devil is devil. D for decrease or deactivation, and vil for energy. So it's devolving energy. That's what devil is within this metaphysical nature. So now we know what the creator is. Now you know what the devil is, type of thing. Oh, so jealousy is negative too. No, negative is jealousy, type of thing. but the jealousy too, like in the shame, right? It all goes together, like metaphysically, like it has a science behind it. It's not something that you can, what do you call it? Like say, no, it's not, or no, I work different because I'm different than you. That doesn't work like that. That devil side of it goes more into the scientific side. And when you go into the more positive side, right? And when you get more further into it and get more positive into a higher dimension, a higher one, then it goes off the science. But the devil is into the scientific side type of thing. And the science of hell and the science of the underworld, right, is this dimension, like this underworld type of thing. Like the sky is the heavens. Heavens means the skies. You see? Heaven means the skies. So it's in the solar system. That's the sky dimension. And the atmosphere too. That's the heavens. The metaphysical side of the skies. Oh! And have barriers. That barriers so you can go into another dimension of it. Type of thing. And our souls are stars. Soul. For solar. That's solarality instead of spirituality. It's solarality. Type of thing. That's why when you die, when your soul leaves your body, you get all cold and pale. Because this is hell type of thing. And heaven's hot. You see? That's why our breath, when we take our last breath, it goes up. That's our spirit leaving with our soul too. And it goes back to the star constellations. That's why we have a zodiac. We all have different zodiac signs type of thing. Fucking sick. Holy. That's the sky dimension, or the sky world. World means affairs of life. And then the water world is where Atlantis is at. The affairs of life in the water type of thing. That's the metaphysical side of the water. Oh, that's why we talk about water elements and fire elements and stuff. Like, you know, those like stuff in China, they talk about all those elements and stuff in Japan and stuff. And like the Native Americans too and everything. Oh, that's what that is. The affairs of life in that. And then hell is the underworld, like the land world. That's what hell is. It's like the matter, the materialistic. That's why, like, when they give you materialistic stuff and they brainwash you with that and Hollywood and all that, that's hell. Because, like, hell means the underworld. So that's the matter world. Like, the scientific side of life. So, like, when you say that science is real, you're not saying that's the ultimate truth. You're just saying that that's how hell works. That's how hell works in this nature. Hell is the scientific side. That science thing. Holy. So that's the underworld, the land world that we're on right now. Oh. And metaphysics is going off the hell world a little bit. Now it's going into a higher dimension. The metaphysics. It goes like into the sky and the mind and the emotions and stuff. Oh. You see how life works? Oh. And then we have a pineal gland too. That's the third eye that people don't want to accept. Like, psychics are like they have good pineal glands type of thing. And to be a psychic is to know. Psychic means to know type of thing. But the reason why they put that as the definition is because psychics are subconscious. Oh! So that's how nature works. It's not that stereotypical psychic thing. It's not that. It's just psychics are subconscious, so they know how other humans work, or they can see the future because in the now, like the now, no, the future depends on the now type of thing, and the past depends on the now type of thing. So if you're in the now meditating, like, you get subconscious and you get information from your subconscious and the Akashic records of the universe. That's what you see. Psychic is to see, not to know, really. Knowing is just the definition of it, like that stereotypical thing. But there is no knowledge, you don't see? It's just seeing and that's it. So psychics see, they don't know. Like, you can't tell psychic, you don't know the future. Exactly. They don't know the future. They see the future with their subconscious and their pineal gland and their telepathy thing and their intuition type of thing. Wow, emotions control DNA type of thing. Now all that comes from emotions type of thing. Oh! So when you channel emotions, you start to see everything type of thing. Holy. Like, you don't fucking see how, like, the universe works now.